Chapter 7 Teddy and the Bull Moosers. Teddy left the White House in 1909. He wondered what he should do with his life now. He was only 50 years old. He felt that was much too young to stop working and retire. Teddy wanted to do something unusual, so he decided to go hunting in Africa with his grown son Kermit. Teddy wrote about his trip for a magazine, and he took along 3 animal experts to ship back the animals he killed. Today, the wild animals of Africa have been overhunted. Many of them are in danger of becoming extinct. It's against the law to kill most of them now, but in 1909, there were many more animals. No one thought it was wrong to hunt them. Teddy and Kermit killed 512 animals. There were lions, elephants, zebras, and many more. The experts sent the animals to the Smithsonian Museum in Washington, D.C., and the American Museum of Natural History in New York City. Over here, this caption for this picture says, "On the road to Africa, Teddy got to ride a camel during his trip." And up here, if we take a look at this picture, the caption reads, "Teddy and Kermit sit atop a water buffalo they killed on their trip to Africa. Back then, no one thought about the possibility of animals dying out." Teddy runs again. Teddy and Kermit headed home in June of 1910. Teddy began making speeches all over the country for the Republican Party. He still had strong ideas about everything. Some of his ideas went against the Republican plan. It was almost time for the next presidential election. Teddy decided to run again, but the Republicans did not want him to be their candidate. So Teddy ran on the smaller Progressive Party ticket. At that time, American women could not vote. Many children worked rather than going to school. People could be made to work long hours. The progressives said that these things were wrong. Teddy was feeling strong and in good health. He said he felt as fit as a bull moose. People began to call his party the Bull Moosers. One night, Teddy was on his way to make a speech in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, when a man shot him. Teddy would not go to a hospital. Instead, he gave the speech with a bullet in his right lung. The crowd was amazed when they found out he was wounded. At the end of his talk, he went to the hospital. Doctors said it was safer to leave the bullet where it was than to operate. Although Teddy was very popular, he lost the election. Woodrow Wilson, a Democrat, became the 28th president. Up here it says Progressive Party, pass prosperity around, charter membership certificate, 1912 campaign. Over here on this sidebar, it says Teddy and his bear. Teddy always loved hunting, whether in Africa or closer to home. In 1902, he went on a bear hunt in Mississippi. He couldn't find a bear. Finally, he had the chance to shoot a small bear that had been trapped. Teddy said it wouldn't be fair. 2 days later, a cartoon was printed in a newspaper. It showed Teddy refusing to shoot a little bear. This gave a toy store owner an idea. He offered a stuffed bear for sale. A sign said, "Teddy's Bear." And so the teddy bear was born. And here is the original teddy bear. Chapter 8, Teddy, the One and Only. After the election, Teddy took another trip with Kermit and a group of explorers. This time they went to South America. Teddy wanted to explore a river in Brazil called the River of Doubt. No one had mapped it yet. It would be a dangerous trip, and Teddy was not healthy. He still had the bullet in his lung. His eyesight was failing, but his love of adventure won out, and he said, It's my last chance to be a boy again. Over here shows the picture, and the caption says, The River of Doubt. A trip to Brazil provided a thrilling adventure for Teddy. They headed for the rainforest, and once again they began to explore the river. They had no idea where it would lead them. The river was full of rushing rapids. The forest was full of biting insects. Several people died on the trip, and Teddy was almost one of them. He hurt his leg badly, and he caught a dangerous sickness. Teddy knew that it would be hard for the others to take a sick man out of the jungle. He told his son to leave him behind, but Kermit refused. He and the others carried Teddy out of the jungle. In the end, the trip was a success. Teddy and his group had completed the trip on the unexplored river. The government of Brazil renamed it Roosevelt River. The explorers had brought back thousands of animals for scientists to study. But at the end of the trip, Teddy was in very poor health. His leg never completely healed. The tropical fever that he caught in the jungle kept coming back. Farewell, Teddy. In 1917, the US entered World War I, and Teddy wanted to do his part, but it was too late for him. There was nothing he could do to help out. All of Teddy's sons went to fight. In 1918, his son Quentin was killed. Teddy was proud of his son, but his heart was broken. The war ended in November of 1918. 2 months later, on January 6th of 1919, Teddy died peacefully in his sleep. He was 60 years old. Teddy had always loved life. To him, it was an adventure. Teddy was brave and curious. He worked as hard as anyone could. He was a strong leader. He always did what he thought was right. Teddy loved the United States and was willing to die for it. And yet, he always had the spirit and optimism of a young child. The U.S. has many colorful, inspiring, and wonderful leaders, but there has only been one like Theodore Roosevelt. Here, this picture, the caption says, in 1917, Teddy was the star of a big parade in Chicago. He was honored for his explorations and for all of his good work. Over here on this sidebar of the article, it says, Fast Facts, Presidential Firsts. It says in this caption of this picture, Teddy takes his first plane ride. And here are some facts. Theodore Roosevelt was the first president to fly in an airplane, the first president to own a car, the first president to use a typewriter, the first president to go in a submarine, the first president to travel outside the US while he was president, the first president to use a camera, the first president to win a Nobel Prize, the first president to create a national monuments, and invite an African American to dine at the White House. Wow.